So, what also inspired you to get into like acting? Because I know artistry, but acting and singing.
Um, it was just another thing that I tried. It was like dance was like my little gateway drug into music and acting. And so it was something I tried and I liked it. And I liked that there was more, if you feel more like, I don't know, importance and more responsibility acting or singing as opposed to just dancing, for me. And maybe that's because I do both. So I'm not as passionate just about dancing. And especially once I started working in LA as a professional dancer behind the artist, I'm like, wait, I'm putting all this energy and time into someone else's production. And it's like, I wish I could just be, putting these hours into my own. I do this and it just feels better when it's like your production, it's your artistry. I kind of just feel like, you're just being used. You're a body.
That's true.
A dancer.
Did you ever use the artistry to escape any negative, emotions of yourself? Like some people have attitude issues, so they'll take it out in dancing or, jealousy or anything. Have you ever took those are negative emotions and put it into your artistry?
Yes. The last music project that I did, I was rapping. I'm not a rapper, but it was just something that I tried, and I was in a really dark place because of a relationship that I was in. And the person that I was working with was like, yeah, like let's bring out all these like negative, dark emotions and put it in the music. And he was really writing most of it, and I would just have conversations with him about like my experiences. And I definitely expressed myself through those songs.
Do you regret any of that music? Because you know how sometimes it's almost like that dark energy radiates within you because they're bringing it. Mm-hmm. Do you almost regret that slump of dark energy?
I don't regret it because I learned from it. Would I do it again? No. I don't think it doesn't serve a person to sit in those kind of emotions. I think that if you're going to use music, it should be for the opposite.
So that album isn't on iTunes?
It's not on iTunes. It's somewhere.
You about to put it on iTunes?
No. It's out. It's like SoundCloud and there's like YouTube links, but I should probably take them down.
So you want to tell us where to find it?
Nope. I don't. I do not.
How does your family feel about the move out here and how supportive were they?
My dad was like, go for it. And my dad, he's a fireman and he's just like a jack of all trades. He's like a hustler. But, and he's an artist at heart. So he was all for it. My mom was like, so what are you going to do when you get there? How are you going to make money? You don't waitress? Like, how are you going to use your degree? And I'm telling her like, no, like in order for me to pursue my career, I can't have like a 9-to-5. It's not going to work. So she was like, I don't know. I think that you maybe should come back to Buffalo, go to nursing school. Like that's a really steady career. You'll be good. You'll have a lot of security. Just keep furthering your education. So she was like, it wasn't that she wasn't supportive. She was just scared.
Protective.
Yeah.
What should a young girl expect with working with a major artist or going on tour with some of these people?
What should a young girl expect? It depends on the artist.
You give me an example of who you work with and how the experience was working with that person?
Yeah, so one of the tours that I did was with Rihanna. It was a really short tour. We weren't really with the artist so much as we were with each other. And when I say each other, I mean like the backup dancers, the choreographer, the background singers. We kind of were just all in a little clique together, and you just share meals together. I mean, there's really very little free time. And that's another thing. When I first thought of becoming a dancer, I'm like, this is cool. I'll get to travel and see the world. And that's not how it happens. You are literally working. And when you're not working, you're tired. You don't really get a chance to like go out and explore these cities like you would think you do. It's just really it's work all the time. And some tours you can, like the Bad Boy tour, that was like a party. And if you can't control yourself, then it can get out of hand. So you definitely want to have some type of self-discipline. And if you know that you have a limit with drinking or you're easily influenced, then know that about yourself and go back home after everyone says they're gonna go party and go to the after parties and whatnot.
How important is it for an artist to understand their craft and identity with themselves, to not be so much of a fan of the artist? You know, some women or some men get around these artists and they just change. Or they feel like, some women feel like, I need to sleep with this artist in order to advance my career. Or some men feel like, how can I, kiss butt to get around them more often? So what I'm saying is, how important is it for a young woman to be true to themselves within their craft, to understand this is what I'm here for. I don't need to get into other things, drugs, sex. Let me just do my, job.
Yeah. Well, for one, it can ruin the relationship that you have professionally with your peers and with whoever hired you for the job. Because if they see that, this is how you are and you want to get into relationships with these artists, it's just not a good look. And then once things go sour with the artist, what are you going to do? Because these choreographers, it's a small community and they the same people hire for so many different jobs. So once you kind of spoil that relationship, you've played yourself.
Thank you for watching A Wise Way. Subscribe to stay updated, share to pass the knowledge, or view our other videos on the left.